Hey guys, it's Jackson and welcome back. First of all, y'all, I'm going to a holiday party tonight and I was told there's gonna be karaoke. They don't know me like that and I don't know them like that. But if you do know me, you know how I get during karaoke. I gotta do it to them. I gotta do it to them. I can't sing, but I can put on a show, okay? That's what I can do. I wrote down some notes because I clearly get off track a lot when I talk. If I could find them. While I'm looking for that, I'll read you guys. Like, sometimes when I'm writing poetry, I don't always most of the time I don't come up with the full poem at once, and I'll just come up with like a good line in my head. On November 10th, I wrote this. This fire will not burn you, so don't be afraid to come close. On November 12th, I wrote, when there isn't as much, and I don't remember this, so I'm about to be surprised. When there isn't as much sand in your hourglass as you believed, and the clock stops ticking, go ahead and fall apart to this breaking news. That's all I wrote. That was good. November 17th, dive into your feelings. Swim within the depths of blank. I didn't put a word. And then come back to surface. You should be able to breathe now. I be getting deep. Okay, I'm not giving y'all nothing else because this is too good. But I literally put swim within the depths of blank. All right, now for real, let me find my notes and I'll be back. Okay, so I couldn't find my notes, so this video is gonna be different than what I initially planned. Anyways, I recently finished reading Tuesdays with Morrie, and that's a very popular book. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest it. I believe anyone, any age range would read it and just fall into it and just love it. Now, I had that book for a few years because I was assigned that book in school to read, I believe maybe like 4 years ago. And I remember I enjoyed it. So a few months ago, I believe it was like early in the summer, I gave my sister, she's like 12, I gave my sister the book and I was like, you should read this, I think you'll really like it. She started reading it and then like didn't finish it. So I said, give it back to me. Because I feel like if I give you a book to read and you're not going to read it and it's just going to sit there, just give it back. Don't even worry about it. I'm not hurt. Just give the book back. It could sit on my shelf where it's appreciated and loved. No, but she gave it back to me or whatever. And then I remembered I enjoyed it, but I didn't remember too much about it. Like what really, like obviously I remember like what happens at the end, you know, that type thing, but like just the actual story. So anyways, we're in December. I think it was like early November when I decided to, or October. It was October when I decided, okay, I'm gonna reread this book. So I reread it, and when I started, I'm like, whoa, how was she not able to finish this book? Because I fell in love with it. Fun fact, if I'm reading a book and you ask me what I'm reading and I tell you the title and you haven't heard of it, and then you ask me, what's it about? All of a sudden, I forget what it's about. I don't like when I'm reading a book and someone's like, hey, what you reading? And I'm like, this is what I'm reading. They're like, what's it about? And I'm like, It's about like I really like I'll say something, but it won't really be what it's about. For some reason, I just forget. I'll start reading. If I have the book on me, I'm gonna start reading the back. Just Google it. But if I'm reading a book, it's a good book. Go ahead and read it, and I can confirm that when I'm done. But like, please don't ask me that because I don't know. Like it literally slips out of my head. Anyways, another fun fact: if I'm really enjoying a book, let's say I get halfway through, I'm gonna like probably put it down for the next few days or like read it slowly, because for some reason, like while I'm reading stories and I get like closer to the end, I don't want to be done with it. That's what stories I really enjoy. This is one of them I'm going to tell you guys about, but I don't know, it's just like every time it's just random. I mean, it's not random, I realize that's what I do. Every time I'm enjoying a book, it takes me a minute to finish it because I'm enjoying it so much and I don't want to be done with it. Anyways, I reread Tuesdays with Morrie, and that's when I realized there's magic in rereading a story, and you wouldn't know until you reread one. You read one again. I feel like, because I really didn't remember what I was going through at the time I was reading, or how I was feeling at the time, you know, or how much I loved it, if I did. But I know this time I did. And either way, like from 4 years ago, I was a completely different person. From 4 years ago, I had completely different thoughts. There's so many things I believe now that I didn't believe then, or agree with now that I didn't agree with then, vice versa. And it's just like, I don't know, something about when I read that book again, and I hadn't remember how I felt the first time I read it. And that's one of the few books I actually was assigned to read for school and actually completed. But I just loved it. And I also wanted to talk about the power of storytelling, because you read a book and you hear about a great book and you tell everyone, I love this book, you should read this book, or everybody's hearing about this book. And I'm sure there's so many beautiful stories, right? But it wouldn't be a beautiful story had it not been told by that person, or maybe not as beautiful had it not been told by that author, right? And that's when it comes to books, right? That's when it comes to music. Even the instruments tell a story with themselves. Lyrics, movies, painters and their art. Speaking of, I have like a pile of different prints. Here I go, getting off track. I have a pile of different prints. Where are the rest of my prints? Oh, okay. Look at this. Can you believe this was painted by somebody? I met him at an event last night and I had to get it. Oh, I'm so in love. This is another one. Her name is Halia. She created this and this is beautiful. I don't remember the name of the woman who created this, but just look at it. Like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm not even being dramatic, and I'm not sorry. What? Oh my gosh. And this is Sister Cody. Oh my gosh. I need to hang them up. That's what I need to do, because they just sit in a pile. I don't like how the light's making my face look. I don't like that. What just happened? We're gonna work with it. Anyways, I was thinking how it wouldn't be a beautiful story if there wasn't a beautiful storyteller. And not everyone is a great storyteller. Take that how you want to take it. And after I finished Tuesdays with Morrie, I gave it back to my sister and I said, you need to finish this. But I also thought about a book I fell in love with years ago. Pause. When you hear there's a good book or whatever, a good song, whatever, but right now we're talking about books. and you love a book, right? Don't just, oh, I love this book. Look into that author. Like there's so, even when I finished Tuesdays with Morrie, I wanted to read so much by Mitch Albom. I wanted to, he's the author. I wanted to read so much more. I'm like, whoa. And the most beautiful thing about Tuesdays with Morrie specifically is that it's a true story. I know if you watched my first video, you know that I love a book that just makes you feel good. That book does it. But not only do I love a book that makes you feel good, I love to learn. So I love something that could teach me anything, something, a new thought, a new idea, something I've never known. It excites me. I get excited when I learn new things. But also, I just love a good story. That's why my favorite movies are my favorite movies. Coach Carter, Soul, and Pursuit of Happiness, and A Walk to Remember. That's just a little extra at the end, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But the top three, Coach Carter, Pursuit of Happiness, and Soul, great storytellers. And then you finish it and you want to know who are the minds behind this. And those movies wouldn't be the movies they are without the actors. Like, they tell a perfect story. It's just art. Like, what? And then you hear a song, like if I hear a cello in a song, my favorite instrument, I hear a cello in a song, and it's like, whoa, one string, all I gotta hear. But I hate when they do that. But the thing about a cello, it can sneak up on you and you'll fall apart. Oh, me. But I just fall apart. It's like, whoa. I like to listen, when I listen to music, I break it apart. I point out the instruments I hear. I point out the different notes, the beat, just the everything, the lyrics. That's why I can't listen to certain songs. Like you're just saying trash. Like there's no meaning to it. It's whack. But art, it's just like, whoa. But yeah. But after I finished rereading Tuesdays with Morrie, it made me think about the book I read years ago in 6th grade. And it's funny, now that I think about it, I'm like, whoa, it was assigned 6th grade. I was in a program, shout out Fame Academy, Fund for Advancement of Minorities Through Education. Great program. But we were assigned this book, and I'm just gonna say Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell, and whoa. And after I read Tuesdays with Morrie, I was like, I gotta come back to this book. And the thing is, when I moved to Maryland, yeah, that's where I am. I'm over here telling all my business. I'm in Maryland. It's like, no, I'm kidding. But when I moved here 6 years ago, whatever, I swear I had that book. I know I had it in my dresser. Yeah, random place to have it, but I know I had it, and I'm still a little upset with myself that I have yet to find it. Cause I wish, when I was in the program, we had to annotate, we had to take notes and stuff like that, and I wasn't a big reader at the time, but I wish I could just see what was on my mind, the things that stood out to me at the time. What did I point out? And it's probably in this house somewhere, but it is what it is. Anyways, I want to read that again. And actually, I've read Blink by him last year, and I loved it. I picked that book up because I just wanted to read more by him, thinking about Outliers, right? And I also have David and Goliath. I know I started, but I don't think I finished it. But I just want to read all of his work. He's one of my favorites, for sure. I don't think I have a favorite author. They all speak their own languages and just tell stories in such beautiful ways and in their own special way. And it's just like, it's amazing. And for those of you who are on social media, clearly, sometimes on Instagram, I'll see somebody post, make a post, or like just on their story, maybe something, it'll be a page of the book they're reading, right? One time, and I'm the type, I love when y'all do that. If you do that, I love you because I love that. One time, someone I follow put a page, and of course I read it, and up top in the corner, it said, "Yesterday I cried." I said, "Hey, is this Yesterday I Cried the name of the book?" She said, "Yes." And I bought the book. I don't remember how to pronounce her name, Ayanla Van Zandt, but y'all know Ayanla fixed my life. When it comes to storytelling, what? I fell in love with this book. It's hard to read. I definitely suggest it though. Y'all, I was so happy that she posted that post. It was just one page of the book. I don't remember what page it was. But this book is amazing. I didn't even know she changed her name. Her name used to be Rachel. Like, and that's not a spoiler either. But oh my, I don't spoil. If you're a spoiler, I don't trust you. Because if you spoil a movie or a book or something, you're gonna spoil my business. Anyways, yo. And I'm like, I gotta read more by her, but it also inspires me to write. Like, whoa, telling your story, like, you know, the vulnerability in that, and it's just like, what? I love it. It's amazing. I don't know if I was gonna say anything else, but there is magic in art. And the thing is, like, even before I started, like, I've always written poetry. I think it started in like 9th grade when I knew I just wanted to write poetry. I think it was like 8th grade, actually. I was writing a little bit more poetry, but it wasn't my best work, of course. You know, you're just starting out, but you just want to put little things together. And most of my poems don't rhyme, and I was always rhyming. I just thought it was corny. Some people can make it work, but I wasn't making it work, right? And I found this page, Button Poetry. An old friend put me onto that when I was in 9th grade. But also, I was listening to a lot of Londrell. I don't listen to him much anymore, but yeah, he's a poet, but he puts like he speaks over beats, and he's just great. I don't know, yeah. Anyways, I would be the type, like, if you give me the aux in the car, I'm playing Londrell. Why would I do that? Like, yeah, I was being that guy, like playing. Yeah, I'm the one playing poetry in the car, and you're gonna listen. But the point of me saying that was, see, this is what happens when you run your mouth. What was the point of me saying that? Oh, right. I wouldn't really consider myself a poet. Would I now? Sure. I guess so. I'm a lot of things. But I wouldn't consider myself a poet. I just considered myself a great lover and supporter of poetry, because I just loved it. And just in general, I would consider myself, like, even now, just a great supporter and lover of art. Whether it's music or photography, modeling, interior design, fashion and styling, authors and their books, and painters and sculptors. And it's just like, there's so much, like, whoa, it's amazing. Like, wow. And singers and poets, like, just everything. It's just, yeah. And with me, the thing about me, I don't just love, this is the thing. I don't just love everything for what it is, right? I do. I love everything for what it is, but I love it when you strip it all apart and you're left with just what it's built on, the foundation of it. Like, I love poetry, right? I love words. Like, this is the poem, right? I love poetry, right? I love words. I love metaphors, all that. Like, but the foundation is words. I love words. I love metaphors. That's the next step. Like, with music, yeah, you love the artist and you love the song, but you break it down. You got the words, right? You also have the instruments. And I love instruments. And then you put it together. You have the lyrics. You have the all that. And then with like painters, you have the painting, right? But break it all down. You have the colors and shapes, and I love colors and shapes and textures, and it's just, I love everything in its simplest form. I love the little things that make it what it is. I wrote a line about it. I love the little things. This is what happens when I just like run my mouth, but this is like kind of a good thing, because y'all get to know me just based off like me running my mouth and like what I talk about. I was starting to write a poem about myself. She loves the little things that make up all the big things. That's all I wrote. Oh wait, no, I wrote a whole thing and then I X'd it out. I guess I didn't like it. Oh well. But yeah, I love the little things that make up all the big things, because that makes it what it is. But I really hope you guys enjoy this. I don't even know what this is about. Like, just, oh yeah, go back and reread your favorite book. Even if it was a month ago, like, I'm not the type to pick up a book I just read a month ago. I want to, like, I just read it, you know. But I think I'm gonna go back and read out. No, I know I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, because come on, 10,000 hours. Y'all know about that. Even if you haven't read the book, you know about that. But also, it's just like, yeah, I love to learn. I love a good story, and I love something that just makes me feel good. And if you can do that, you are a great storyteller. Wow. Words. I'm probably being a weirdo now, but like puzzles. Like I'm not using a tripod right now. I have this little mini phone holder things, and I have this pile of books on top of a chair with on top of puzzles, and it's just like puzzles. Like, I'm not good at puzzles, but still, I'm not good at these puzzles. Now, if it's like put something together, like put 2 and 2 together, I can do that. But y'all, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I would love, 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 love to hear y'all's thoughts. Like, in at least, like, please comment. Just comment your the book that touched you the most, or something, or the book you're gonna go back and read now, or your favorite form of art, or your favorite form to express yourself through art, and something. I would love to get to know I would love to get to know my supporters, even if it's just by one of your thoughts, or just maybe, yeah, even share like a great thought you had today, or something you thought about that you never thought about before, and it's like, wow. Yeah, thank you for watching, because I know I run my mouth a lot, but it's always going to be something that comes with it. Some like, it's going to be substance, okay? It's always something. You're always going to get something new from me. And yeah, go reread that book. Okay, I'm done. Bye.